So, well, how's your week been? It's great to be chatting again and talking about all things AI.
I mean, AI is crazy. If you're interested in AI, then so much happens in a week. It's not like other topics where things happen in months or even years. I was just astounded by. I think it was the day after or a couple of days after we filmed our last episode.
Yes.
Claude Design came out,
Yeah. Six
and
days ago. Yes. From
have you
now.
had a play with it yet?
I did have a play with it. Very, very brief play with it. But there is absolutely, even before this, I was telling you that I have cancelled most of my team's Figma membership. I kept mine because all my designs are in there. So just in case if I need to export them, but now I can even cancel that last design, that last thing, your subscription. So yeah, there is no need for Figma.
I mean, it's the classic memes you see on X, right? Where people are
Yes.
saying, Figma CEO looks at sees the Claude Code announcement.
Yes.
Um, I think, I mean, there's a lot of things to discuss there. First of all, yes, I gave it a go. Very, very good. To be honest, yeah, I like how it gives you a bit of a questionnaire after you give it the idea. Um, and yeah, fantastic design. So far, though, it's helped me, gives me ideas, and then I apply elsewhere. But it does work really well if you get it working how you want. Um, there's a sort of handover to Claude Code, and I tried that out. It works really well. There are other. I do think. Does this mean Figma is going to go away? The clear answer to me is no. But I think what you said there is, you're going to cancel your subscription. There are plenty of people who use Figma for design is not even close to providing the features that Figma does. So I think there's a huge proportion of paying subscribers that, yes, they will cancel the subscription because they weren't power users. They weren't using it, day to day, collaboratively with their design team.
Yes.
It's, yeah, I mean, I hear about non-technical users now using Claude Design to create graphics, to create PowerPoints, pitch decks. But there is still a need for more specialized tools.
Yeah. Okay. I will give you another perspective on this. I had 3-person team subscription for 2 of my remote people who used it to create graphics and things for podcast and all that. And before Figma came around, before Sketch came around, there used to be Photoshop and Adobe products, and everyone used Adobe products. And when Figma was new, it didn't have all the features. It still probably doesn't have all the features that Adobe products have, but it was better in so many other ways that Photoshop wasn't, that people adopted Figma, and it did really affect. And that's why Photoshop wanted to buy, or Adobe wanted to buy Figma at one stage for billions of dollars. I don't know what was the deal, but it was very, very big amount, 25 billion or something crazy like that at the peak of Figma's market. The thing is that you remember using graphics or creating any graphics on AI 1 year ago, and how bad it looked. And this is the progress we have reached in 1 year. And Claude Design makes it collaborative. That was the last piece of puzzle missing. There was the text issue. It could no longer do text back in the days, but now AI does text really, really well as well. And it can follow a design system, which it couldn't previously. So it has solved most of the major things. And I would highly recommend giving it a try for your agency for 1 month and see how it is. Because wherever we are, and the speed at which AI is improving and the amount of money going into AI to improve it, where do you think it's going to be in 1 year's time, 2 years' time, 5 years' time? Which would have improved more? Do you think Claude Design would have improved more in 3 years? Or do you think Figma would have improved more in 3 years?
Yes, we can use Claude Design in our agency, but we can't get to the final product in Claude Code, like not even close. You need to actually you could bring it to Claude Design, then Claude Code. Sorry, I keep saying
Yes.
Claude Code, don't I?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the high sort of fidelity design where you need to tweak things it still need to be done. Still needs to be done in Figma. Now, if you need something quick, you just need it to look great, to have no mistakes, then it's fantastic, and it solves that way better than firing up Figma or, of course, Photoshop or even what's the other
Canva.
design tool?
Canva.
Canva. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing how quickly these things.
Come and go.
Yeah.
Canva's actually got a partnership with Claude Design.
Yeah.
This has
True.
got a
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
very, what do you call, internal integration with it. So you can, even now in the regular Claude, you can call the Canva skill and say, do this presentation, and then it will automatically export it to Canva, and then you can finish it there and change any minor things there. So you still have some level of manual control in that way. However, yeah, I know what you mean. It's like for really complex things, really complex products, really complex, like, you have 180 screens of app. It's very hard to do it in Claude at this stage.
Your head against the wall because it just goes round and round. It never quite gets there. If you're okay with getting 80%, 85%, fantastic. But the minute you need it to get to a high 90s and what you want, you need to sort of eject and do it manually. And so but not everyone needs that. And a lot of people don't need that. And so, yeah, the other thing that's sort of come up with nowadays is for a long time, I've been using Claude and
Yes,
everyone has just been using ChatGPT. When I say everyone, I mean
most
friends, family,
people,
people I
yes.
know who aren't into tech. And finally, their average school teacher is now talking about Claude and Anthropic. Well, probably Claude. They
Yes.
don't know what
Well, they don't
Anthropic is
know
still.
about it. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah,
So OpenAI is a lot of, well, not catch up, but they need to,
they need to be scared about it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
absolutely.
on a related note, you would have seen Chat, what do they call it? The ChatGPT image model, the two.
Yes.
Very good. And there's a great article just posted on TechCrunch where it talks about, because this was the most frustrating thing for so many
So
people with
many months
AI image
actually. Yes.
generation. When you want text, it would just gobbledygook, it wouldn't be spelt right. And you wanted to,
Yes.
like, it looks perfect. I just want to go in and change that E to an R, and you can't do it.
Yeah, you can do it. It
And
would change that
now,
E to an R, but it will change some other O to A or something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then this model seems to be really, really good at text. So they've done a great job there.
Yeah. But Nano Banana, Gemini, it never made any errors for me in text. So it was really good. The only thing was that the Nano Banana will put its image mark on the bottom right, and everyone will know you're using AI to create stuff. So what you
Yeah.
do is you get Nano Banana to do that, and then get ChatGPT to remove that star for you. So it was still added one more step. So now it's removed that. But yeah, it's moving really, really fast, this whole space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what else has been happening? What else have you seen that's new?
Well, I just noticed recently the SpaceX uh, somewhat complicated potential acquisition of Cursor. Did you see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one. What's happening there?
Well, the headline is that I think they're working collaboratively with them at present, but with the option to acquire them at some crazy valuation. I think it's like billion.
Yeah.
So, but typical, Elon negotiation. It's hard to see what the actual price is. I'll send you this link. Hold on. But anyway, these days, I still think Claude Code is probably the best model still for development. A lot of people
Yeah.
are talking about
100%.
Codex, but in our agency, we're using Cursor. Some people are
Yes.
focusing on the Cursor AI tools, but I mean, I use Cursor but I use the free version and pretty much just use the Claude Code VS Code extension,
Yes.
and it's pretty good now. I think you can almost use it exclusively to code, so you're just coding with agency, but you still get, you still have to sometimes teach it how to debug.
Yes.
And the biggest problem still with AI LLMs is their confidence. They're so confident. They'll try something, the standard, recommended way. It doesn't
Yes.
work. Oh, let me write my own, command line program to, do this massive workaround to get it to work. It's like, what are you doing that for? So you have to still handhold it at times. But as you've said many times, that'll be ironed out. They'll work out solutions for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, it's there is something called, I think I might have sent it to you some time ago, but basically it is like a bullshit index, like how much of confidence they have in just saying out random stuff or saying out
Yeah.
things that is not true. And Claude was at the lowest level out of Claude's models were at the lowest level out of all the other LLM models. Yeah, it's like there is this guy on TikTok. He's really, really funny, but basically he tells AI is mostly ChatGPT is using random stuff and sees what reply it gives. So basically, it asked ChatGPT to uh, rate his singing and just made fart sounds. And ChatGPT couldn't stop singing praises of it and how he can make so much money out of it by by uploading it on Spotify, and he'll get so many downloads and blah blah blah. It is like so funny. He's like every day he comes up with a new funny prompt for these AI to do, and AI fails miserably. Where like a normal, like a 6-year-old kid could have given him feedback on it that would be much more in true with humans. It was just so yeah, it's very interesting because how OpenAI has trained ChatGPT or tuned it is to be more like a therapist and, just be nice and kind and, all that and not be real. So that is an ongoing issue for a lot of AI. But Claude is doing the best compared to all the other LLMs. So yeah, by the way, this podcast is not sponsored by Claude, even though we are talking so much about Claude and singing its praises. This could all change even in the next week.
Yeah, next week we'll be saying how bad Claude is.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
But yeah, it just reminds me of I think I saw it on X. Someone said, right now the dumbest friend is being told by ChatGPT.
Yes.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that too. I saw that.
And then it's
post.
like, hold on, am I the dumbest person I know?
You know what they say? It's like in a friend group of 5, there is always one dumb person. If you don't know who that is, then it's probably you. So yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why it's good to have good friends who would invalidate your dumb ideas. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that's good. The thing is that I was using Gemini or Google's Nano Banana. It was very good for image generation. I haven't tried the ChatGPT's latest one, but for image generation, it was hands down the best. It's like back in the days, Photoshop released a tool where I used to have a full subscription of Photoshop as well up to a few months ago, up to 6 months ago, and then I canceled that because AI got so good.
Yeah.
You could select, say, like you have a square image, and you could select the 2 sides to make it a rectangle image, and you could ask Photoshop's AI to fill it in line with how the image should be. If there was more of a room here, how it would look like, and it would do an amazing job as if it has like a real insight into how things should look like. And Gemini could do it, like Nano Banana could do it even better than Photoshop. That was the last feature I was keeping Photoshop for. And this could do it even better than that. So, so it was amazing. And now, I mean, I'm very excited to try like Claude Design and see if I can collaborate with my team on that, because that's a feature that's been missing with from Nano Banana or like
Yeah.
other image sort of generation things and stuff.
But see, I do think Figma has a lot of potential still in that they can simply integrate the same models. They have access to the same model that Claude
Yes.
Design has, and they already have fantastic collaboration. But for them, it's like, what angle do they go down? Do they go down into full development? Turn your designs into working code. That's one option, or it's just go, go deep into AI.
Yeah.
And these companies aren't going away, but like I said at the start, there is a subset of their users that no longer need them,
Yes,
or not
that's me.
no longer need to pay for it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. That's people like me. So
It's
now I
it's like
will.
just recently I cancelled there was a fantastic personal finance app. I won't say its name, but I cancelled the subscription because I'm like, I can literally just once a month export my bank statement into an app I create, and it can show me exactly all the graphs I want, exactly how I want to see them that are unique for me, and it'll
Yes,
be fully private. I'm not giving my information away. It's like it's so hard now to justify subscriptions, but
yes.
that doesn't mean that that company can't have a customer base. It's just their customer base is going to shrink because it's going to be those people that don't want to go to the hassle of exporting bank statements for now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's very interesting because I have a friend in India who runs he has like multiple businesses and thousands of employees and stuff. And he has accountants and everything, but then he has his own like, some personal stuff and all that. And so he was just wondering what he should do. He was looking at, I mean, not that Zero does India, but like he used to always admire like Zero's interface and how easy it was to categorize things and all that. So he was thinking of getting it just for his own personal thing, just to organize. But now he can just export the whole month's bank statement and he just uses Claude and because this is his personal, he doesn't care, and it automatically categorizes it so well and creates reports for him and everything, like shows us some pretty graphs and everything, and it's amazing. It's like just using Claude Code and stuff, and he's figured out his yeah, it's really easy, so he does not need to. And that's why you see Zero's share price is not as high as before because so many people are able to do so much more. And so yes, it is true, we don't need as many SaaS products. Very few people do this, but I just keep a Trello board of all the SaaS that is active, that is monthly, that is yearly, and then every few months I look at it, and whatever is not needed, I go and cancel it to keep the SaaS costs in check. Yep, yep. So yeah, it's interesting.
Other thing I listed on our doc
Yes.
there is AI and anxiety,
Yeah.
which is just something I think about frequently, and I'm sure many do. Is like, is
Especially in the
AI going to
agency
replace me?
business.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my advice to others, which I need to apply to myself, is just embrace AI and use it to maximize what you do, what you produce in the world. And computers are a tool, mobile phones are a tool,
Yes.
and so is AI. And it's still, people say, "Oh, we're no longer going to be creative anymore as humans," and it's like, well, we still can be creative, and in one sense, it's like, what will we create with AI?
Exactly.
And that could be, and I think we just can't imagine what that is at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's just like um it's just that it I feel it the I feel like it's the exact opposite, that we can create twice if not 10x as much. What is happening currently is that everyone is viewing AI to replace existing people instead of creating more new things. And that's eventually what is going to happen, is that people given these tools and given enough time and resources, they will create new things and they will need to hire more. So I have seen that it's happened with my podcast. It's like, as AI allowed me to do more things, I could consistently record because it was getting easier to edit and create things out of it and everything. And that enabled it to grow bigger, and that enabled me to hire people. So before AI, I had less people. After AI, in the last 3 years, I hired more. So that's what is going to happen. But the roles, they would have looked previously, they look very different now.
Yeah.
And they will look in future. I mean, there was no AI integration expert back in the days, but now we will need those type of people, because
Yeah.
you can get so much more out of every tool. You can get so much more. And the fact is that, for as a agency software developer, it is an amazing time, because it is so much easier for people to create. That means it is so much easier for people to break things, to add scope creep, to add bugs
Yeah.
that they are unable to fix.
And I think like people are saying, oh, there's no point building software anymore because the cost to build software is now, nothing. And it's like, actually, you could have the same argument about there's no point writing a novel because anyone can write a novel. No, it still requires work. And even
Still
if you're
requires work.
using AI to build an app, let's say, it still requires work and insight, and you need to keep it running, improving. If we replaced all the apps we use with our own vibe coded apps, we're going to spend all our time maintaining that.
Yeah.
So at
Yeah.
some point, you actually want someone to, it's like we could write a book ourselves, but we're not going to write a book. We're going to read other people's books.
Yes.
We want to use what people are creating because, and I thought this for a long time, even business itself is a form of art. You're creating something
Yes.
that doesn't exist into the world. And so that that's something that is, I mean, glass half full is like, in 3 years, yes, I think jobs are going to look a lot different, but I think there's going to be so many jobs, like you've just indicated before, that we don't know what they're going to look like, but they're going to be needed.
Exactly. Yeah, they are going to be different. Exactly right. Yeah, and on that note, let's see what comes up in the next couple of weeks, because I'll be traveling in US. I'm going to Vegas and Miami, going to quite a few different conference and events, and there'll be quite a few AI companies there as well. So I'll see what they're building, and then we'll have things to talk about that as well. But yeah, we'll be in different time zones and stuff. So yeah, let's catch up again in 2.5 weeks and see what's happened in that time. So yeah, so see you guys then, and come back and check whatever social media you found this on again, and leave a like and comment and subscribe, and also, nothing that we mentioned here and talk about here should be taken as investment advice. We are just having a conversation about what's going on in the industry. So yeah. So thanks, Bill. Good stuff. Thank you.